is a kind of relationship that doesn't break you all at once. It doesn't end dramatically. There are no clear fights, no obvious reason to walk away. And yet, it slowly wears you down. You think about them more than you want to. You check your phone more than you should. You replay conversations that shouldn't matter this much. And at some point, you start to feel tired. Not because something terrible happened, but because nothing is clear. This is what people now call a situationship. And for many people today, it's one of the most emotionally exhausting experiences in modern dating. A situationship sits in between. It's more than casual, but less than a relationship. You talk regularly, you spend time together. There's emotional connection, sometimes physical intimacy, but there's no definition, no conversation about what this is, no shared understanding of where it's going. And that's where the problem begins, because human beings don't handle ambiguity well. We can deal with pain, we can deal with endings, but uncertainty, that's what keeps the mind active. When something isn't clear, your brain tries to make it clear. You start analyzing everything. What did that message mean? Why did they reply differently today? Are they losing interest? Did I do something wrong? You replay conversations. You search for patterns. You try to predict behavior. This isn't connection. This is mental effort. And over time, that effort becomes exhausting. Not because the relationship is intense, but because your brain never gets to rest. One of the most misleading parts of a situationship is how real it can feel. You have moments, you laugh together, you share things, you feel close, and it creates the illusion that something is developing. So you tell yourself, it just needs time. They're not ready yet. We're getting there. But here's the truth most people avoid. Time doesn't create clarity. Clarity comes from decisions. And if someone avoids defining the relationship over time, that is already a decision. It just doesn't sound like one. If it's so exhausting, why do people stay? Because it's not empty. There's enough connection to keep you there. Enough attention, enough warmth, enough moments that feel real. And that enough creates hope. You're not staying because it works. You're staying because it almost works. And almost is one of the hardest things to let go of. In a healthy relationship, emotional investment and security grow together. In a situationship, they don't. You open up, you care, you become emotionally involved. But you don't get stability in return, no reassurance, no clear direction, no consistency. So your feelings grow, but your sense of safety doesn't. And that imbalance creates anxiety. You start questioning yourself. Am I expecting too much? Should I just go with the flow? But the problem isn't that you're asking for too much. It's that you're investing in something that doesn't have structure. Modern dating has made this more common, especially in Western societies. People value independence, freedom, keeping options open, and commitment is often delayed. So instead of saying, I don't want a relationship, people stay in something undefined because it's easier. It avoids conflict. It avoids responsibility. But it doesn't avoid consequences. It just shifts the emotional cost onto the other person. Situationships don't end clearly. There's no official breakup, no moment where both people acknowledge it's over. So it fades, and that makes it harder because your mind keeps asking, what if it becomes something? What if I leave too early? Uncertainty keeps the door open, and open doors are harder to walk away from. One of the most damaging effects of situationships is how they make you question yourself. You start thinking, maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I expect too much. But clarity is not too much. Consistency is not too much. Feeling secure is not too much. The issue is not your expectations. The issue is that the situation cannot meet them. Healthy love is not confusing. It doesn't require constant analysis. You don't have to guess where you stand. You don't feel like you're waiting to be chosen. You feel chosen. There is clarity, consistency, and a shared direction, not perfect, but stable. And stability doesn't feel dramatic. It feels calm. Situationships rarely end with a big moment. They end quietly, with a realization that something has been taking more than it gives, that you've been waiting instead of building, and that clarity was never coming. And that's where things begin to change. Because once you see it clearly, you stop trying to fix it, and you start choosing something different. If something consistently makes you feel confused, anxious, and uncertain, it's not neutral. It's costing you. And the longer you stay, the more normal that feeling becomes. But love isn't supposed to feel like something you have to figure out. It's supposed to feel like something you can rest in. And that difference matters more than most people realize.